All right, in this video, I was kind of thinking about making this video, but I want to say it a certain way. And I was thinking of how can I say this without sounding offensive, right? Because anytime you critique anybody's fitness is personal, it's a touchy subject. And a lot of times when you tell people why they are failing, they get mad. Instead of learning or trying to see is that actually true about them, they get mad, they get offensive, they don't want to hear a word you say. All right. And I don't know, they just get mad. All right. So when I say this, I say that to say this. I'm just trying to be honest and as transparent as I possibly can. No offense. All right. So I just came from the gym. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I left the gym at like two something. I have to come out of town. I go out of town to the gym, back in town. All right, because I know too many people at these local gyms. All right, around here. So I try my best to not get. It's a zone. All right, let me explain what a workout really is. If you really want to have success with your diet, your weight loss, your workout, your lifting weights, you're getting stronger, faster, more cardio, whatever your goal might be, you have to be dead serious, all right? You have to be serious. You have to be, and when I say that, I don't mean you can't have friends at the gym. I'm not saying you can't chit chat a little bit and have a little social life at the gym. I'm not saying that, all right? But there's a ratio. It's like oil and water, they don't mix, all right? Um, Let's say you got talking all the way over here, people who do nothing but talk all the way over here. I'm not talking about people who mix it up. All the way over here, they go to the gym and they just socialize and talk. Then you got people all the way over here, people who are about that work. They don't talk. They about that work, right? Now, the closer you are to either way, you either getting all the results or none of them. All right. Wherever in the middle you fall or wherever you want to be at, that is totally up to you. But these two people on total end opposite of the spectrum, they will never see eye to eye. These people think these people are wrong and vice versa. And in my eyes, I feel like I'm way more closer to this side, all right? I'm almost not on this side at all. Right? I get where they're coming from some of the ways, but me personally, I go to the gym after hours to avoid. I don't like if I go to the gym sometime in the daytime and I know there's nothing but these people in there. All right, these people over here avoid these people like the plague. These people over here magnetize towards these people. The more weight is on the bar, the more they come over. If that makes sense, all right. I know that a lot of people don't want to hear what I gotta say. A lot of people are disagreeing. Hear me out though. Hear me out though. All right. So what I'm trying to say is this, and how I'm trying to say is this way. Lifting wrong, right? If you never get hands-on experience because you're not in there doing what you're supposed to do, and you decide one day I'm gonna get serious. And when you get serious, you never took the steps of actually learning how to do said workout. Like let's say for a squat, right? Most people they squat right here, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Put a whole bunch of weight on the bar. They think they're doing something 1 inch down, 1 inch up. A real squat, right? When I go down, you're not gonna be able to see me. This is a squat. Can't see me because I'm all the way down, right? The camera is only right here. I'm all the way down. That's a squat. A lot of people who go in there and socialize, they never learn how to actually do that, right? And then one day they say, you know what? I'm done with this playing around, and I'm gonna get serious. And then they put all this weight on the bar. Now everybody knows that it's a learning. You have to learn. It's a performance, all right. So you should not be putting all this weight on the bar as soon as you get serious and you feel a certain way. No, you should start light and you should learn how to do it the right way, right? These people over here who are already eons ahead of you, they're there for a reason. So the people who socialize, every time this person is in his zone, after each set, these people expect them to just get out of the zone, drop all his heat, drop all his tension, and just start talking to them and then go back to that. It don't work like that. All right, it don't work like that. It don't. All right. So, and another thing, I said lifting wrong can get you injured, but little do a lot of people know, lifting right can get you injured even more than lifting wrong. And I know that don't sound right. But anybody who knows lifting, all right, let's I say I'm doing that half quarter squat, inch down, inch up. I might got 600 pounds on the bar, inch down, inch up. Somebody distract me, I might go like that's a little bit, and and it could get me injured, but most likely not. I don't got that much of a travel to go. But if I go all the way down, you can't see me, and something distracts me while I'm all the way down. People who don't lift don't understand that person has a higher range of motion. He has to come back up, and he got all this weight on the bar. And since I'm going all the way down, I'm most likely I'm not gonna have the same amount of weight I would have if I was cheating my reps, right? I was doing cheat ego lifting reps, all right? So the people who are all the way over here who wants to just be left alone. Yes, he in a public place, and yes, the gym is for everybody, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he has, and these people over here have their right to be in the gym. The people over here ain't usually saying that these people ain't got the right to be in the gym. Because guess what? The same thing you can say about these people paying their memberships and having their right to be there. These people also pay their memberships and have the right to be there. And they wasn't paying these people no mind. It is not rude to not acknowledge you. See, me, myself, some of these people over here, they don't say hi or bye. Me, I hi and bye, nod. I give you a common courtesy. And then I go about my business. You know, but I give that vibe that I don't want to be bothered. You know, I got my headphones on, I'm zoned out. I don't want to go, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, back to work. Back to work. I don't want to keep coming out of my zone and trying to get back into it, because sometimes you cannot get back into it. All right? Okay, it takes effort, it takes breathing, bracing, it takes tightness, it takes focus, it takes a bunch of stuff that I can name all day what it takes to do this. All right? But every time I go over there, or you come over here and we chitty chatty patty, that turns that off for a minute. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to remember, this is a performance. Nobody's form is perfect. Nobody's saying you got to be the strongest person in the world. Nobody's saying you got to try to break world records. But if you're striving to be the best that you can be when it comes to this, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the best that I can be naturally. All right, because a lot of people looking at me right now, you don't look all that. You ain't as big as Chris Bumstead or whoever you naming these people. I'm natural. I'm not supposed to be. And pound for pound, I'm stronger than a lot of these people who are way bigger than me. And they are not natty. And I'm about to be 43 years old. Okay, I just did 500 and something pounds on the deadlift. I squatted, I only did like 300 or something. And a few other things I did. I did some impressive, I had a good workout. But I just did a 12.5-hour shift at my job. A couple hours before that. Then we drove out of town to get my girlfriend a car from her sister, and then back, and then picked up our kids and all that. And I got a whole plate. So for me to go to the gym and try to get what I gotta get, I ain't going in there for nobody else. That's why I go after hours. So I'm avoiding people. If I go during the daytime, I'm a whole different person. I know that I'm going in there on these people's time. So I'm visiting them. I'm trying my best to still get my workout in, but I'm not as mad. I'm not really mad right now either, because I had a great workout, right? But there was this guy, I never seen him before, and I wasn't mad at him either, because this is the norm when it comes to the gym. Because he wasn't really squatting heavy, but he was squatting like this, And like, you know, he didn't ask for my advice, so I didn't just solicit that advice to him because he didn't look like he was gonna hurt himself. But I could have gave him some pointers, but he didn't ask for none. If he would have asked, then I would have gave it to him happily and went on the back about my business. But when you are following me, bro, oh my gosh. When you keep coming over here, even though we ain't saying nothing to each other, it's like that peripheral vision. I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing, but I can't help but to look your way because you are oddly coming around me. Everything I do, everywhere I go, you right there, you right there, you right there. A lot of people right now are saying, why don't you tell them? I've been in the gym over a decade, right? Everybody saying, why don't you tell them? Might not have been in the gym over the decade. And no disrespect. I'm not dissing. I'm just saying most people don't understand this. All right. When you tell them, oh my gosh, bro, it make it worse. From my experience, all right. I'm not saying for everybody's experience, and I'm not saying like it'll be like that every time, but more times than not that I've been through. And a lot of people right now probably also saying build your own home gym. I'm gonna say that in a minute, right? And that's right. That's right. But at the same time, that's not the answer for everything. All right. A lot of people be trying to have answers, man. Every answer ain't easy. All right. It ain't easy as if you just came up with an answer real quick. It ain't that easy. I'm trying to tell you. All right. So what I'm saying is, when you start talking to certain people, they will agree with you and say, "Yeah, we're talking in the gym isn't distracted at all," and they will talk to you the whole man, dude. I'm telling you, you will talk for an hour. And now everything that I said that builds up to what you're trying to do is gone. Your pre-workout is gone. Your focus is gone. Your ambition is gone. Your energy is gone. You breathing, you talking, all of that breath, you have to bottle up. You have to lift heavy weights. Everybody ain't lifted heavy weights before. But to lift heavy weights, you have to tighten up. Now you loosey goosey, you done relaxed. You're chilling now. Like people treat the gym like it's either a club or a spa. They socialize, they relax, and that's cool. That's cool. You do whatever you pay a membership. You know, you got the right to the gym, right? You got the right to the weights, the kettlebells, the dumbbells, the cardio machines. If it got a sauna, the sitting room, all the stuff. You got a right to the water fountain, the showers, the lockers. You know, you got right to all the stuff. The stuff. Not to the other people, though. You don't have the right to